there, my doctor's saying I'm gonna die in 60 to 70 years. So what better time than now to have a midlife crisis? You see, I'm into this whole midlife crisis thing and all, but there's no need to worry, because I have instructions right here. Step 1. Drive a Ferrari into a tree. On second thought, I should have just done that in a video game. Forza Horizon 4, one of my favorite games of all time. And not just because your life isn't ruined when you total a Ferrari in this game. Everything from the open world to the wide selection of cars to the decent online adds up to a fantastic experience. You're a newcomer to the Horizon Festival with your goal to become the best racer in all of Horizon. But this doesn't mean that there's only races, you've got a whole variety of things to do. I'm talking speed traps, speed zones, drift zones, danger signs, businesses, showcase events, running the trees, and that's not counting the online event playground games. It's kind of Forza Horizon's analog to Mario Kart Battle Mode. Here you have your typical capture the flag, infection, those kind of games. They're fun and all, but it can be really annoying when everyone on your team quits when the other team gets the first point. Of course, you really don't have to do any of these if you don't want to. That's the beauty of an open world racing game. You can really do whatever you want. Horizon 4 has over 450 cars, varying from off-road trucks to Japanese supercars. Although, I have noticed that there are far more modern, retro cars than classic ones. The reason for this is most likely because whoever picked the roster of cars has a thing for fast ones. Sorry, Toyota Prius fans. However, most, if not all, cars are fun to drive and are reasonably realistic, and the only car brands I really missed were Toyota and Tesla. Of course, what use is having 450 cars if the controls are whack? I gotta say, this game controls beautifully. The physics in this game are a good mix of simulation enough and all-out fun. My only gripe is that you can only cycle through radio stations to the right, but that's really insignificant. Upgrading cars is easy to do and understand. You can improve the engine, brakes, suspension, wheels, and much, much more. And with the introduction of body kit presets, upgrades in this game are that much easier. You have this influence level that increases every time you do virtually anything. Every time you level up, you get a wheel spin, which is a fun distraction that can get you something lame, something lamer, or something pretty cool. This game has a mechanic that makes messing around even more fun. Skill chains. They start when you do something like breaking a wall or going really fast, and every time you destroy something, jump, drift, go really fast, weave in traffic, all those kinds of things, you get more points. The more different skills you have, the bigger the multiplier gets. But if you run into a tree or another heavy object, you lose the chain. This makes skill chains even more satisfying. Plus, the points you get from skill chains can be used to apply some pretty useful bonuses to your car. Something new is character customization. You can now put different clothes on your character, and you have your obligatory 2018 emotes too. And don't forget horn customization. This is in no way new, but what is the Windows XP horn. Finally, my life is complete. The open world this game takes place in is decently big and really fun to drive around. It trades geographical accuracy for being a real best of compilation. And if you ask me, I think it works pretty well. Throughout the world are bonus boards, namely influence boards and fast travel boards. Influence boards just give you a boost of influence, and fast travel boards lower the price of fast traveling to different locations on the map. On top of bonus boards, there's also many iconic UK locations, such as Edinburgh, the Scottish Highlands, and the base of all Horizon operations, the Horizon Festival site. This place is really cool. You got the auto show, a cheering crowd, music, probably some theft, the works. Definitely cooler than Horizon Festival sites of game past. Of course, there aren't multiple festival sites like how there were in 2 and 3, but I'll get to that later. And once you know it, later has finally arrived. A problem that comes from having only one festival site is wanting to access the auto show from the complete opposite side of the map. Well, now there's houses, all varying in location, price, and bonuses. See, some houses come with extra stuff, like drone mode or fast travel anywhere. And while houses do cost money, I still kind of prefer houses over multiple festival sites. Now for the main selling point of this game. You can't go 3 seconds of looking at the box without the phrase "seasons change," everything being shoved in your face. Each season lasts 6 days and are all pretty fun to drive around in. But don't worry, you can still race in seasons that aren't the one it is that week. I think this is a great addition to the game that we'll see in future ones. Another new introduction is Forzathon Live. It's a multiplayer event that occurs hourly where everyone tries to complete 3 challenges within the time limit. Doing so will reward everyone with Forzathon points, using the Forzathon shop for cars, horns, clothing, emote, and wheel spins. While I'm a fan of the new custom courses feature, I'm not a fan of the removal of bucket lists. There are these fun events where you take a certain car and try and complete a certain objective within the time limit. Those are my favorite parts of Forza Horizon games, kind of like Crash Mode and Burnout. They've since been replaced with businesses and Horizon stories that just don't feel the same. It might be the removal of custom events, or it might be that you have to spend money on some of the businesses in order to complete missions, but all I know is that it's just not as fun. Some other things from Horizon 3 that have been removed are Drivatar rosters, credits Drivatars, and the whole dynamic of being the boss of Horizon, who also gets to be a competitor. Don't think I forgot DLC, you know, car packs, VIP passes, and expansions. The car packs are cool, but you won't really be missing out if you don't buy them. The VIP pass is a lame way to spend your money, and I wouldn't recommend getting it unless it's coming with a deluxe or ultimate edition of the game, and expansions are really hit and miss for me, i.e. hit, miss. What sets Forza Horizon games apart from other open-world racing games like Need for Speed and The Crew is its E rating. It is worth mentioning that the first Forza Horizon had a T rating. The reason why the first Forza Horizon had a T rating and the rest have E ratings is because of the inclusion of, and lack of, a story. Now, while the exclusion of a story sounds bad, it's really a good thing. It allows the developers to focus on the physics, map, and cars. Plus, it makes the game more accessible to younger players, thus leading to more sales. And if you do prefer story over fun driving, well, just go play The Crew. Overall, Forza Horizon 4 is a great game, especially when you compare its price of just $50 to the price of my short-lived midlife crisis. I live on the streets now.